sasa, hapo hapo, pole pole sasa. Mwambie hatapata tabu, mwambie hatapata shida, mwambie hatapata tabu. Pole pole sasa, hapo hapo, pole pole sasa. Pole pole sasa.
Jumbo! Today is day 2 and we made it! Woo woo! We're feeling good. Today was much more technical hiking, and I'm not talking like ropes and you're not climbing or anything, but there were a lot of rocks and it was slippery because it was pretty muddy. But it was fun. I thought it was enjoyable. Oh, and the phrase Hakuna Matata, it's used frequently, and I love it.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Hakuna matata, Ashira kukapita we. Hakuna matata, kapita barako we. Hakuna.
Today we did about 6 hours of hiking, 4 hours up to 15,000 feet, and then 2 hours down. The bad thing about the down part was that it started raining and it was cold, freezing rain to begin. And our guide, Frederick, he apparently wanted to get the hell out of Dodge because we were flying down the mountain. The assistant guide fell at one point. I fell a few times. But we eventually made it, and then it was pretty nasty out the rest of the day.
Yeah, it got pretty miserable. I'm tired now.
I'm wide awake because I took a really long nap.
Yeah.
I didn't feel so well today, but I'm feeling a lot better now, so that's good. And the Soup King struck again. We have every night for dinner we have soup, and it's been cucumber soup, mushroom soup. Tonight was leek soup, and it's really good. And then we have more food in addition to that. But yeah, food's been awesome. The guides are great. Reggie, the chef, is amazing.
And after tonight, we're halfway over.
Yeah. Tomorrow we climb Bronco Wall. So it's going to be a little bit more using your hands. So that should be adventurous. Hopefully the weather holds out for that. And I learned a new word. Lala Salama. What does that mean?
Good night.
Good night.
Hakuna matata, ukapita karanga we. Hakuna matata, ukae na barafu. Hakuna matata, jambo, jambo bwana, habari gani? Mzuri sana.
Day 4. What do we do today?
Today we climbed the Bronco Wall.
Who was the best at the Bronco Wall?
Kelly was pretty good. I was pretty bad.
But he was way better at downhill. I fell again. I'm really good at that.
Yeah, I fell too.
Oh yeah, you did.
I fell on all fours.
Yeah. Bronco Wall was awesome though. It was a lot of using your hands, and there was one part where you're on this little ledge. I mean, it's not, I don't want to exaggerate it, but it was a ledge, and you had to face the wall and hold on to the grooves on the stone and kind of work your way across.
Yeah, for probably a good 10 or 15 minutes, I didn't look down or at anything but the wall.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. But so that was a lot of fun. I felt awesome for most of the day today, but then on the way at Bronco Wall, I started to feel kind of ill. But I'm feeling okay now. I don't have a headache, which is good. It's just my tummy. And
took a 2-hour nap.
Yep.
And the weather pattern seems to be, it'll be clear in the morning. The clouds start to roll in somewhere around 10. Somewhere by lunchtime, it's misty, rainy, and it's that way until dinner time. And then as soon as night falls, it clears up a little bit, and it'll be clear in the morning.
Yeah, which is kind of a bummer because then we can't really socialize with the other people camping. We meet a lot of people while you're hiking, but you don't walk with them, so it's hard to chit-chat too much. We're starting to get really stinky.
And scruffy.
I smell like roses, of course.
Sasa tupomweka we. Hakuna matata, na kesho mweka geti we. Hakuna matata, jambo, jambo bwana, habari gani? Mzuri sana.
Day 5, we're still alive. We are at Barafu Camp right now. We're at about 15,000 feet. I'm feeling the altitude.
I'm doing okay.
Patrick's totally fine. I just don't have an appetite and not feeling that great. But we start our final hike in 5.5 hours at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the hardest trek. They haven't been hard yet. It's just been the altitude that's difficult.
Yeah. The sun's pretty intense here at
Yeah.
15,000 feet. Mm-hmm. Our tent was like a sauna this afternoon.
Yeah, it must be hit or miss. Sometimes when people get to Barafu Camp, it's freezing cold and they have to be in all their winter gear and in their sleeping bags. But we had shorts and a t-shirt on in our tent with the windows open. So depends on the day, I guess. One of the most surprising things I've seen hiking is when the porters are smoking a cigarette at 15,000 feet. It's incredible. Oh, and we heard a really great quote today. This older woman, so there's this group of 3 women, they're probably in their 50s, and they're hiking and they're doing awesome. And one of them just came up a hill, and a porter was sitting there, and he looks at her straight in the face and goes, "Black people are way stronger than white people." It was hilarious. She looked at him, she was like, mm-hmm. You're probably right. Mm-hmm. But that's about it. We need to go to bed because we have to get up early.
Yep, early morning.
And we look like crap.
Okay. Until tomorrow.
Bye.
Wakaribishwa Kilimanjaro, hakuna matata.
Today's day 6. It was our big day.
Mm-hmm.
What time did we get woken up?
Woke up at 11 o'clock, ate snack at 11:30, and started hiking at midnight. And we hiked this morning for about 6.5 hours up.
Oh, it was 7.
7 hours up. Total of 9 hours in the first part of the day.
9.5.
It's because Kelly was so slow.
Yeah, so today was our big day. And I'm not going to lie, altitude sickness kicked my butt. So I didn't necessarily walk up, I more fell. Fell the entire way up. I was miserable.
Yeah, so it was about 6.5 hours up. The majority of those in the dark, and you're just hiking up a steep hill, and all you think you're getting closer, and you look up and you just still see lights from the people in front of you way up the hill. Mm-hmm. And it's just that way the whole way up. And then finally, you reach the top. And we reached the top right as the sun was coming up, which was pretty nice. So it was a good thing Kelly held us up. And no, we're glad she made it. She was a trooper. So.
Yeah, if you are scared of getting altitude sickness, test out the Diamox and use it. I was a fool not to because it ruined my day a little bit. But I still made it, and I still took in the scenery. But it was hard when you're sick. It's really hard.
Yeah.
How did you feel about it?
It was tough. It was long, a lot in the dark. My head started to hurt towards the end. But not too bad, so did pretty well.
Beautiful up there.
I was ready to get down once we were on our way down. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was one of the probably the most amazing things I've ever seen. Yeah. It's hard to capture the vastness in any sort of picture or video.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that was 9.5 hours of hiking.
Yeah.
And then we got back at 9:30, got to take an hour rest, ate a super early lunch, and then hiked 3 to 3.5 more hours.
Yeah.
So.
And I'd say this is the first day that my legs are really starting to feel it. The downhill really took a beating.
It hurts your knees.
Mm-hmm.
So we went from 15,000 feet up to 19,340, back down to 15,000 for an hour and a half, and now we're at 10,000. So we descended almost 10,000 feet in one day, which is a lot.
Yeah. So we'll just hang out here, eat dinner, and then tomorrow make our way back to the gate after a short hike.
Yay!
And then shave and take a shower.
Yeah, I can't wait. But yeah, it was such an amazing experience. I'm glad we did it. Wish I would have felt better, but it doesn't matter. I still made it to the top. Still enjoyed it. Enjoyed 6 out of the 7 days. And I feel fine now, which is good. And Patrick was awesome. He did such a good job. He's Superman.
No. I'm tired.
Anything else?
No. So, maybe we'll update you after a shower tomorrow.
Yep.
Until then.
Hasta. La la salama.
Do you have a flash on that?
Well, I'm doing video.
Oh. Wow.
This is our dinner tent. It's a little dark, but we get to eat here every day. This is Emmanuel. Say hi. He needs a girlfriend. So call him. And this is Reggie.
Yes, I'm cook.
Soup King.
Yeah.
Your name's Felix. We have lots of pictures. What's your name?
Dismas.
Dismas. Hi. It's kind of dark. Maybe tomorrow morning.
Pole,